You know what the fuck it is. Love it. Got it, yeah. Yeah, you know how we coming all summer, nigga. All winter. What the fuck? We don't give a fuck what time it is, nigga. We want what's ours. Yeah.
Bitch, I been charged up. Shit, I had to boss up. Bitch, I had to get it. A nigga been broke long, whipping coke to the coke songs. Cut it and flip it, my niggas been clipping shit. Got barbers on deck on your head, and I bet you they bet this shit. Barber chairs, yeah, my niggas spinning. Switch the Glock for the Glock with the switches. I like my guns like I like all my bitches. All black and it come with extensions. Getting money and it come with the bitches. 99 problems, none of them bitches. I'm in that Medellin, 50,000 in pockets. You Spanish bitch, both of them kissing. Ask your bitch, she'll tell you I'm different. I'm known internationally, nigga.
Yeah, I got a passport, yeah. Catching the hit in the whip, I done went through the crash course. Gassing me brakes like a bag, boy.
3 sides to a story. We was arguing the other day about the brother. Where you went at the other day? And you had the question about sneakers.
Down Atlanta.
And you said when you went down there,
Bunch of country motherfuckers ain't know nothing about no shoes and no, you know what I mean, no drip.
cause this is the thing, TV world, TV line. Now, when people hear inner city sneakerheads, they be like, they been all around the world, different places, north, south,
Yeah,
east,
nigga,
west,
what's that?
and don't
Yeah.
nobody label themselves as an inner city sneakerhead. However, I'm telling them, it's sneakerheads, it's sneaker enthusiasts, and it's people that collect sneakers. So you can be a millionaire, you can be poor. It depends on what category you put yourself in. So I'm an inner city sneakerhead, short shoe life inner city sneakerhead. I got some brothers from the inner city right here. We debate about tennis all day and fashion. So to my brother that just came from down Atlanta, 9 times out of 10, a lot of country dudes get put on and get money and just buy anything. So being as though social media is trending, people take on styles from dudes from the suburbs, in the country, in the county, and they run with it.
Right.
So that's trending.
Right,
So
right.
that's why you're not gonna get nobody to say, "Oh, what's an inner city sneakerhead?" I'm a sneakerhead. One of the qualifications to knowing that you're an inner city sneakerhead is these are some of the things that you know that you're not an inner city sneakerhead. If you wear Vans, your chances are you're not an inner city sneakerhead. If you wear Chuck Taylors, there's no shot to the West Coast or no gang culture. If you wore Chuck Taylors, I came up in the 80s and the early 90s. I'm born in the 70s. So the chances are you being a male wearing Chuck Taylors or Vans or fish heads or some type of pumpkin seeds type tennis shoes, your chances are you're not an inner city sneakerhead. You could be a sneakerhead, but you're not an inner city sneakerhead.
What's the fish heads?
Fish heads is like tennis that you can get from the supermarket back in the day or Walmart, but they look similar to Chuck Taylors, but they don't have no name. You step on a nail, you go into the hospital.
It sound like the Bob Butlers.
You see what I'm saying?
Everybody know what the Bob Butlers is.
Right.
So that's the main thing. I'm an inner city sneakerhead.
Right.
Now you don't have to have you don't. Inner city sneakerheads can come in all shapes of fashion. When I say country, that don't mean down south. So you can live in Baltimore, DC, New York, Philly, Jersey,
Still be a country
Boston,
motherfucker.
and still be country.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But when I say country, it's mainly people from the sticks, from farmlands. Now, the thing is this one of the criteria that make you an inner city sneakerhead. When you pay for your sneakers, well, first of all, we just starting to say sneakers. We say tennis. The sneaker word is just a politically correct thing that's out now on brands.
Mm-hmm.
But if you came to Baltimore and you said sneakers, a person would think you from the county or from the country.
Fact.
Vans is considered sneakers.
Fact.
Chuck Taylors is considered sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
When people came with those kind of shoes, we either thought you was from the county,
Right.
or when dudes from Baltimore did wear Chuck Taylors, it's when your parents started getting high and they didn't have enough money to buy you the Jordans or the latest sneakers because they was only $13 back in the day.
Right.
Now, females wore them for fashion because they wore all flavors.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This ain't no shot. This ain't no shot to Converse because Converse was a slick shoe back in the day.
Yeah, one of the first.
Especially
That's what I was about to
so
say.
One of
the
the
grandmamas,
first.
yeah,
I love Converse.
Converse
I
and
ain't
Chuck
never seen no
Taylors, the
Converse.
demographics of a dude getting money.
Right.
See, you got to understand from the ghetto. So men that was successful, whether they was gangsters or whether they was working guys, a Chuck Taylor was a poor man's shoe for guys. And you know the saying, the first thing a female look at is your
sneakers.
shoe.
Yeah.
It's trending now.
Right.
And I know some Vans cost thousands of dollars now, and Chuck Taylors with collaborations and things like that.
Right.
Like I say, besides the West Coast, that wasn't our culture. Dudes that was getting money wasn't wearing Chuck Taylors.
So you wouldn't wear no Vans?
Never. An inner city sneakerhead is not gonna wear Vans, period.
Right.
I put some Vans together, real slick.
Right.
You know what I mean? When I'm going out Cali or like Miami or somewhere for real on vacation.
Depends on the vibe, right?
It depends on the vibe.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. I've definitely put some Vans on. I never had no Converse.
I remember nobody would wear no Vans, but it's like I see a rack of people wearing them now, so it's like more like some new shit.
Right.
Say it again, bro. You remember what?
Niggas weren't wearing them at all, like, but now it's like some new shit. Like,
Right.
Trendy.
I could say that one song got my Vans on, but they
Look
look
like
like
sneak.
when
Right.
they
Okay.
came out. That's when you start seeing people wearing Vans and
Okay.
all that.
So in the 80s, the 90s,
No,
and early
no,
2000s,
never.
that was a no-no, right?
Never.
What about you, brother Tay? How you feel about Vans and Chuck Taylors? Not, I ain't talking about. This is no shout out to this, is no gang culture
Right.
or no coast that was their tradition.
Mm-hmm.
An inner city dude, mainly East Coast dudes.
Right.
Right.
That was a no-no. As in, or if you wore 'em, it was because your family had struggle. It was never a fashion
Right.
for slickness or represented growth or represented, because kids was cruel back in the day. And I'm gonna go as far as when I get some more questions out. I'm gonna attack the most iconic shoe, the Jordan and the Yeezy, and I'm gonna tell you what's the difference. But I want this brother right here to elaborate, because I ain't give him a chance to really speak on it, and I don't want to make it like it's a one-way.
Right.
What you feel, Tay?
Shit, nigga. You know how everybody got their own, time frame. What I mean by that, basically, when Converse was in the play, we was wearing Dickies too. So at the end of the day, it was like a trend where Dickies was the shit. You get what I'm saying? We was
Right.
buying
I forgot
Dickies
about
suits.
that.
We had
That's a fact.
That when fisherman hats was the shit. You get
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
So all that shit was at the same time.
Right.
What year was this?
I'm gonna have to say this was definitely like 2005.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 05, yo.
I was in prison.
Cause, okay, yeah, this was 05.
Okay, yeah, I was in prison.
Yeah, okay.
And this when the Dickies was trending where he in Baltimore.
Yeah, it's still trending.
Yeah, well, I
It's
remember that.
Dickies is still the shit in
Big time.
Philly
Yeah, yeah.
to this day. Like,
Yeah,
nigga,
the
throw
all
a
black
whole
suits.
Philly suit, a whole Dickie on.
Yeah, yep.
Basically, a lot of
90s.
dudes was trying to give him like a little Cali look to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Why?
Right.
Why?
I don't know why.
That's
That's
it.
it just
You know what?
happened. I remember that though.
I'm gonna keep it a stack with you.
Okay, keep it stacked with me, bro.
The Dickie suit was affordable.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
It was in, and a nigga that ain't have it could get it.
Right.
So the niggas
Right, okay.
that got money
Okay.
started saying the niggas how they put it together, they liked it. Now you know the difference when a nigga got his rollie on with the Dickie suit.
Okay.
Right.
Outside of the nigga that just
Okay.
got the Dickie suit
Right.
on
Okay.
in his Timbers.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So at the end of the day, it wasn't more so about the fit or because all that shit came from Walmart.
Yeah,
You
that's
feel
a
what I'm
fact.
saying? They could go to Walmart and go find a fresh ass Slim Dickie.
That's a fact.
I used to do it.
That's a fact.
So clothes, we can
Yeah.
get away with clothes.
Yeah.
My grandfather, my uncles worked down the dock at the plant, so
Okay.
they wore Dickies
Yeah.
and they wore Carhartt.
Yeah. Yep.
Now,
Forgot
this
about
the
the
thing.
Carhartt is real popular now.
Yeah.
This
Carhartt's
crazy.
been around for a minute too.
This is-
Yeah.
That's the shit now.
This
right?
is-
Right.
So
This is how I started wearing Dickie and Carhartt, not as a fashion, but as a wintertime outside. You run to the corner store, grandfather or uncle got their Carhartt, something hanging near the door, you just throw it on and go to the store. You find out how warm it is.
Right.
And because we got all 4 seasons here in Maryland.
Right.
And particularly in Baltimore. So I get the clothes, but I'm talking about the shoes.
Right.
So like the shoes, let's say, what's your favorite shoe, bro?
No.
Yeezys.
Air Forces.
Air Forces. Classics. All white.
Classic all white.
Yeah.
What's your favorite shoe, bro?
Tim Dunks.
Tim Duncan's.
Dopes.
I love Dunk.
What's your favorite shoe, bro?
Favorite shoe.
Not shoe brand, like
Jordans.
Jordan.
Yeah.
What's your favorite shoe, brother? Take
Air Max ones.
Air Max ones.
Anniversary.
Woo! My favorite shoe used to be Nike. But as I'm coming up, I switched to New Balance. Why? I always was a firm believer of I honored men that was successful because that was my go-to. And these men was visual. These weren't men I seen on TV. I used to watch Dynasty, and there was this millionaire dude called Boss Hogg. He used to wear all white suits. And I used to say when I grow up I'm gonna be rich like him. But I never seen dudes like Boss Hogg in my neighborhood. I seen dudes that looked like me play on a basketball court. They wore high top Air Force Ones with the nylon strap, or they wore some type of Jordan or top 10s, and they be playing basketball. So when they go out at night, they have like their BVD shirts on, and there's velour sweatsuits or velour type shirts with crispy jeans and all that. And I used to say, why you don't wear Jordans? Cause I, as a kid, Jordans was everything.
Right.
And they say, they basketball tennis. When you go out, you supposed to put on some real tennis that match your sweaters. And I used to see these tennis shoes with the big boys used to wear with these N on it, but I never knew the name. And I just said, why everybody wearing the tennis with the N's? But the people that wore it had Jettas, Maximas, and Benzes. And I'm like, I would wear Jordans if I had money. Right. So my mother took me tennis shoe shopping one day, and I seen the tennis with the N, but they was in a big boy section. New Balance didn't come in small sections at first, but I didn't know that they didn't spend money on kids' size because of the shoe was a lot of mesh, and mesh was expensive back then. It wasn't like cheap leather like the rest of the tennis.
Right.
So when I ran over, she was like, "Come on, where you going?" And I grabbed the shoe to see what the name of it was, and I said, "I want this." And the shoe man was like, "We don't have your size." I got an ass whipping because I was rebelled against my mother because I refused to leave the store because I wanted the New Balance and I ain't want Jordans no more.
So,
because the nigga with money told me that when you put on clothes, you wear real tennis, you don't wear basketball tennis.
So the shoes when you was coming up, the rich nigga shoe was the New Balance.
Not rich nigga, successful dudes that had on $1,000 Coogee sweaters.
Okay.
And they didn't wear Jordans they played basketball in Jordans.
Okay, so now wearing Jordans with the outfits, that's a new trend.
It's not a new trend. Wearing Jordans with dress-up clothes is a new trend.
Gotcha.
You wore Jordans when you wore a Jordan sweatsuit.
Got you.
You wore Jordans when you was playing basketball or when you was a kid.
Right.
Top 10 Adidas, Forms, Air Max, and then this the thing. You have winter tennis and summer tennis. If you catch somebody in a pair of Jordan 3s, Jordan 4s in the summertime, they ain't had their shoe game, but you had to wear Air Max, New Balance, or some Adidas Forms in the summertime. Right. Jordans was a winter sneaker. Now that the Yeezy came along, Yeezy would have been a go-to shoe back then, but it wasn't about a collaboration with a certain type of celebrity. It was just a trending looking shoe.
So what made the Jordan a winter sneaker? I'm lost on that.
Because of the insulation. If you wear some Jordan 3s or Jordan 11s, you'll feel like they just as warm or just as door boys wearing boots. Because they protect.
Oh yeah.
See, New Balance had a lot of mesh.
Okay.
Right.
So you're gonna wear either Aces, New Balance, Air Max, or some type of Form Adidas, the low ones, and you wear the high top Forms and the top 10s when it get like fall and winter.
Okay.
So it's like we all had 4 seasons right here. So if you're in the West Coast, this might not apply to you because it's always warm. But this was one of the go-to. And not only that, being an inner city sneakerhead, you couldn't wear every Jordan. When the Jordan came out with the Jordan 2s, you wore 2 colorways. The Jordan 3s, you wore 3 colorways. The Jordan 4s, you might have wore 3 or 4 colorways. But anything after that, they was considered the phony Jordans.
Right.
And I'm going to go as far as saying the Jordan 11. Okay, when the Jordan 11 came out, you either wore the Breds, the black and white ones, and the all white ones with the sky blue. All that all red 11s. If you'd have wore the all red 11s back in the day, people be like, you got on the phony ones. They the cheap ones. They the ones that went on sale that don't nobody want to wear. Even with the cool grays. Oh, back then you only wore the tennis shoes that came out, the original colorway. If you wore any yellow and black Jordan 4s, they be like, they phony tennis. You got on the phony tennis. But nowadays, since there's so much influence with a lot of dudes from the suburbs and from the country, and they get money, they wear anything, it's trending. You couldn't wear no yellow and black Jordans back then, you get joked on the store.
So how far in the Jordans is niggas going? Because I know me personally, My shit stopped at like the 14s. I ain't going
That's what I said,
18s, 20s, 21s, all that shit.
That stopped before.
And that's
Before?
all. Yeah, that's all.
You don't wear no 11s, no 9s, no nothing. Nah.
Like-
I'm not a Jordan guy.
14, but I will get them 20s.
The 20s?
What's that? The one
You
with
stopped
the
at
suitcase?
20s?
Yeah, with the suitcase.
I would-
Nah, the 8.
The
The
ones
20s,
with
the
the,
one with the,
14's the ones with the suitcase.
we
yeah.
stop at the ones with the suitcase.
Those hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them.
Remember the ones that came
Matter
out
of
with
fact, you the one I
suitcases?
sang
Black
with them.
suitcases.
Yeah.
The one I
17.
sang with them.
So,
They the 14.
cause I was in middle school when they came out.
Yeah.
And
What,
them
the 14?
bitches was like, it was
Said
it was
the
like
suitcase.
all black.
I think you're talking about the 20s.
In the suitcase.
And
Oh,
it came
17?
with suitcase, yeah.
In a video. In a video.
Those
Yeah,
not the
it's something like
Yeah.
because
Those is the
them
14.
bitches was
That's what I
high
thought.
back in the
14.
day.
What was the 14?
I don't know, yo. It was
I like
the ones
them-
that it came
like
in
them
a fucking
16s.
suitcase, yo. Like, yo, the
Oh,
bitch.
yeah.
I like the 16s too.
We had to pull it. We had to pull it up for y'all viewers to see exactly which ones.
Anything after the Jordans with the suitcase was quite a no unless you was just a Jordan enthusiast.
What
Right.
was the ones with the mismatch? It came in like two different. It was like a black and red, and then this one was a white and red. Those were like the 20s. When it started getting into that, I think
feel
those were like
like-
the Jordan 20s, weren't they?
They was for Jordan enthusiasts. They
I
was for
feel
suburb
like-
kids.
I feel like
Facts.
the hardest
Oh,
Jordan.
remember that.
I feel like the hardest Jordans I ever seen was the Grapes. Yeah, I don't know what number they is because I ain't a Jordan fan. I'm a Nike nigga.
Okay.
So it was the Grapes, and I seen the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
What's them?
The fives.
The
Yeah,
fives?
yeah, they
Oh,
five. Yeah,
oh,
there you
alright.
go. So the Fresh
wow.
Prince of Bel-Air, and the ones he got on his feet right,
Right.
now, them bitches, they the fours. They the
threes.
Yeah.
They the
It's
threes.
the braids, ain't they?
Yeah.
No, they ain't the braids.
Oh yeah, the threes.
They the
The
Safari.
bridges. Right, the safaris.
He belong at
Yeah.
Big Meech party
That's
before
a
he got
fact.
locked. For real, we got the Meech had a nice party, but no, on some real shit though to keep that, like not to switch topic, but to get off Jordan a little bit.
Mhm.
We gotta get Nike some love. Back to what the question you asked me, you said what's my favorite shoe. Now I was thinking about anniversary because I was next in line, so I had to be quick with something good. But honestly, like in all honesty, my favorite shoe probably was Foam Posits.
Yep.
And
Yep.
and now in my present life is Dunks. Like Dunks my number one
Yeah,
shoe.
you always
what?
got some
I like
money.
dunks.
He wear all the
Dunks.
dunks.
Dunk
You like all
what?
those dunks?
Yeah.
SB.
SB.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
did you just do all SBs?
Nike. Nigga, you can ask him. I got every color.
Yeah,
of
that
dunks,
nigga do
yo.
big
Like,
dunks.
I love dunks.
I ain't hear nobody say nothing about Hirachis though.
I don't like them.
Hirachi-
That was like a short time though.
Yeah.
I don't like
I was
them.
with you. I was with you.
I don't
with
like
the
them. I like
yeah.
the first
I remember when it was to us.
How
Because we
Hirachis-
was wearing the Dickies with the
Hirachis was a performance shoe.
Yeah.
So that it wasn't as fashionable. It was more so Hirachi when you training. And you
Nah,
running.
our generation, we was actually wearing the Hirachis on the fashionable tip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Three of us, we was.
But tell me the years then,
I
bro,
used to
because
wear them.
Hirachis to us was a performance shoe.
That had to been
We
like,
won,
It's back.
but
It's like
wasn't really
08
fashion.
and
I don't think it was 08. Yeah, like 02, 03. That was before I moved to New York. I moved to New York in 07, 08. Yeah, so that was because I was wearing them with the Dickies suits, like you
that
were
was back
saying.
to the 90s,
Y'all
bro.
talked about up-tempos.
Yeah,
Up
and then you
tempos.
walk with the
I
big
love
A, with
up
the,
tempos.
the air on, with the big air on the
Barclays
side.
and
Nigga,
all
I got
that.
them
You know,
done.
Yeah,
that's
that's
my
our shit. And then we was calling them dopes. If you wore a pair of foams,
Yeah.
they was dopes.
If a
And
nigga
Maryland,
say they foams, he from DC.
he from
If a nigga
DC.
call him
Dopes, he from Baltimore. Straight up.
Yeah, that's how
Because
you
all the
straight
dope
like-
boys had
Yeah.
the phone
Now, let me
pockets.
tell-
That's what we was trapping in.
Now,
let me-
Dope,
real
B-boy
shit.
Let me say
Straight
this.
up.
Now the dopes was
250.
this. The dopes was
Straight up.
this. This was
Straight up.
was dopes. The dopes was the Foam Posit original pennies and Tim Duncans. They
Right.
was
Yeah,
dope
yeah.
too.
Fact.
And the
Right.
Vince
That's a fact.
Carters.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
I don't remember the
The
VC.
Duncans is more. The Duncans is more.
So the
more
Tim-
weird
back
than
then.
the
Yeah.
Foams.
So the Tim Duncans. So
Right.
the Tim Duncans
Yeah,
we
that's a
consider
fact.
dopes as well as the pennies.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a
I
fact.
don't call my Duncans dopes.
No.
I call them Duncans.
Okay. But
No
we-
They was those for us too though.
But they was-
They was.
Dunkins.
As I remember moving
Nah,
to New York.
Tim Duncan.
Yeah,
What about the
yeah.
like the Duncans, the
Yeah,
shoes?
that's
the
different.
whole
That's
blue.
different.
Oh,
Tim Duncan is
They was dope. The
It's
all
like, yeah,
silver
it's
or the
different.
royal
It's
blue.
or
different.
the black ones. Or the all
I'm gonna
black
bring up.
ones.
We gonna bring up pictures for
You
y'all.
talking
They
about a
both
whole
was
nother
labeled
different
We
Foam.
talking about the Duncans.
They
Yeah,
both was
that's
labeled
different.
Foam.
Yeah.
Tim
kind of
Duncans, yeah.
See, look, when I first moved to New York, I had those on the royal blue. Niggas was making fun of me up there. talking about like what the fuck shoes you got on, nigga? Like you got
big
space
as
shoes
shit.
on. Yeah, like you got, I'm like nigga, my
Big
shoes
as
cost
hell.
more than your whole outfit, nigga.
Yeah,
Fuck is you
right.
talking? These $250 or better.
For real.
You hear me?
For real.
And by the time I moved out of New Yorkers was wearing Dopes or Dunkins or the phone
Jordans,
posits.
yeah.
Yeah, straight up, straight up.
See, I noticed you're a Yeezy man.
Yeah, because
Right.
I mean, because they're comfortable.
So now with the
Facts.
Yeezys is a good shoe.
Right.
However, a person, I told somebody, I don't think nobody in Baltimore is fucking with me when it comes to tennis shoes.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it'd be dudes attacking me, but they got designer shoes,
Right.
and they got a lot of Yeezys. The dude tried to be in competition with me. I told him I'm not in competition. I'm just an NC sneakerhead. But you got to be in at least 4 categories for me to even compete with you. You can't have 300 pair of Yeezys to say you fucking with me on the tennis because you're a Yeezy enthusiast.
Right.
It's different. You only fuck with Yeezys. So I'm gonna tell you one guy. The Under Armour, he got partnership in Under Armour. I think he have on Under Armour. He wear nothing but Air Force Ones,
Right.
low cut Air Force Ones. But he got, I think it's got almost like a 300,000 or $500,000 worth of Air Force Ones. But he
Right.
got some designer, and he
Right.
got some just basic or all colors. He's just an Air Force One enthusiast.
Right.
Now his sneaker closet out off the chain, but he just collect Air Force Ones.
Right.
So he a sneakerhead,
Right.
but he just an Air Force One
sneakerhead,
enthusiast.
right.
So he can't fuck with me.
Right.
The main sneaker brand: Nike, Adidas, Reebok, Fila, New Balance, Asics, and did I forget any? Converse.
Yeah. No, it wasn't Converse. It was Adidas.
Adidas. I said
Adidas.
Adidas.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it was.
So was y'all niggas wearing shell heads?
Yeah, shell heads.
Yeah,
Now
I
that's
was
another
trying,
shoe.
absolutely,
How
yeah.
come now? Back then, you can only wear certain color shell heads.
Right.
If it wasn't the all black with the white, the all white with the black, the all white with the red, the all
Right.
white with the royal blue,
Right.
anything other than that, you can wear no shell heads with all one stripe, one
Right,
color,
right,
that
right,
stripe,
right,
that
right,
color,
right,
that
right.
they. I mean, they shell heads, but they was phony ones.
Facts.
Me, you know why I like Yeezys? Because they're comfortability.
They very comfortable.
See, I Jordan, I don't get that out of Jordan.
Right, facts.
Real
So
shit.
I just got on Yeezy. I never really been a big Yeezy fan
Right.
until I got the boots. I think they 880s or something like
Oh,
that.
you showed me those, yeah.
Yeah, the
yeah.
boots. You feel what I'm saying? And they comfortable as a bitch, like you said.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But I do fuck with them. There's a couple of them that I do like. I like those.
Jordan's not comfortable.
Not to me.
I just
What
started.
Jordan's
I just
comfortable?
started liking ones.
Hey,
Right.
yo.
But these Jones comfortable.
These is comfortable.
I swear, I like to slide my feet in
The
them.
ones,
See,
yeah, they cool.
I mean, I'm standing all day long though.
Facts,
You
facts.
know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
I can,
Facts.
yeah.
So let me ask y'all this.
No.
So while we having a conversation about Yeezy and Jordans, first off, do you think that Yeezy has exceeded Jordan?
Hell no.
Do any of y'all feel like Yeezy has exceeded Jordan?
I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeezy has seeded Jordan as in the value of Yeezy.
Right.
Meaning Jordan, some Jordans you can buy for $30
Facts.
because Jordan came with off-brand Jordans that's not Jordans.
Right.
And once you
Oh,
do that,
yeah.
Yeezys didn't come with no off-brand that you
Right.
can buy for $30.
Right.
I don't.
You can go in Walmart and probably find a pair of Jordans,
Right.
but it might not be the Jordans.
Right, yeah, of course. I be seeing niggas that wear like a size 19 be
Right.
wearing the joints you be talking about.
So we take authenticity out when you start making where everybody
Right.
can afford your shoe,
Right.
or where it's just
Oh, I see where you're coming from.
you
Yeah.
see what I'm saying.
Because like
So he's
Yeezy's more
succeeding on
exclusive.
that.
They more exclusive.
Yeah, and they're hard to get. I ain't
So
gonna
do you
hold
think that the Yeezy brand will ever exceed Jordan? Or you
It
think
already
it's
I
the
don't
new
think so.
Jordan?
Nah.
It already had.
You think so? I don't know.
Right now it's
Not-
more.
I don't know about that.
Not in
That's a hard
popularity.
one. That's a hard
Because
one.
you can
Nah.
ask my grandmother,
That's
she
a
know
hard
what Michael Jordan's is, but she won't know what Yeezys is, but
I
she
don't
know
know
what Adidas
because
is.
like,
Yeah.
like you gotta think about like all them retail sellers and stuff like that. Like,
Right.
you could find a pair of Jordans that, like what you said, like for full bangs or shit like this.
Facts.
But you're not gonna see no Yeezys that much.
Yes,
Yeah,
you will.
I
Yes, you
have-
will.
Yeah, you are.
Yes, you
The
will. The
20
red,
bands,
yeah, the red October is 20. Yeah.
All the first
The
pair
very
of Yeezy
first
with
joints.
Nike, which was
Oh, you saying when he was with Nike?
they four
I'm talking about like I'm thinking about.
So Yeezy got a couple though. He got collabs with Balenciaga, Nike. You got the Adidas, of course. That's what Yeezy is. You feel what I'm saying? So a couple of those collabs, a couple of those collaborative shoes. Some of them bitches is in the thousands.
You got some Yeezys
Right.
I
Yeah.
think they like
Yo,
14,000.
I'm gonna keep it a band with you, yo. I ain't spending like for a regular shoe. I'm not spending no more than $300.
What's a regular shoe considered?
Jordans and Yeezys.
You can't say that because
I'ma
you
go
got
buy-
pair $800 shoes on that.
Yeah, it's 13, nigga.
Now what you got? Designer? You into designer
He
head
got
as
some
well?
Louis
I'm
on his feet
into.
now.
I love Pradas.
Me too.
Pradas, okay.
Pradas is $600, $700 the max. Like I love Pradas, and the reason for it is because if a nigga gonna tax me for some Jordans, like I'm used to Jordans being $125.
Okay.
That's because I was buying Jordans when I was young.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? I like my mother. She used to cut hair.
Right.
And we in the barber shop. That's
Right.
funny. So I used to sweep the shop, nigga. I used to sweep the shop every night and buy Jordans at the end of the week.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? I'll never forget my favorite
What was
Jordans.
your first pair of Jordans?
The 13s.
The 13.
Jurassic Parks with the little eye on the fucking eye bubble with the eye on it. It was black and red with the eye bubble.
Okay.
My first pair of Jordans I bought by myself. But at the end, I don't like them now. I hate 13s, yo. Them bitches so ugly. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, though, that was my first pair of Jordans that I bought.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, cause like in school, back in middle school, nigga, Jordans was it. It wasn't no other shoe to me.
Facts.
Nigga, if you ain't had a Jordan, all the pretty bitches, they wanted niggas with Jordans.
Right.
So I wanted Jordans.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I ain't give a fuck.
Right.
Retro. Like, the team, there's a team Jordan and it's retro.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? If you ain't got a number Jordan, bro, I'm talking about from 1 to 13, bro.
Right.
Because 14s wasn't even in the play back in the day. It was 1 to 13. If you ain't had, it was the Jurassic Park 13s too. Like you couldn't just come in school with some all black 13s.
Right. It had to be the Jurassic
So
Park.
tell TV World what you couldn't come to school in, because I'm trying to tell kids
Yeah.
it was so cruel. So
Yeah.
now you got these rules where what you can't do, cyberbullying and all of this, which is, but it wasn't none of that to protect us. So tennis shoe was your world. So what you couldn't go to school in, bro?
Wasn't all that internet
Yo.
stuff neither.
Facts.
Tell
You
TV World
had-
for the kids can know.
You had, yo, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. You couldn't wear show heads. For one.
Facts.
Okay.
I ain't even gonna lie, yo. It wasn't no Adidas back in the day, bro. I don't give
Real
a fuck.
shit.
Even though we
Yeah, no
had
Adidas
top
back then.
10s and all that, that came after the fact. Like, nigga, I wasn't asking my mother for no top
No
10s.
Adidas, right.
Like, I was in that bitch asking for them Jordans. Like, 100% it was
And
Jordans.
tell them what
and
year-
Timberlands. It was Jordans.
And Timberlands.
And it wasn't
Nike boots.
Butters.
Nike boots.
It
Nike
wasn't
Butters.
Butters, bro. It was
tell me the black
It was the Phil boots.
The Phil boots,
It was
yeah.
Phil
Brown.
boots.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a
That's
fact.
what we wanted.
That's a fact.
I
I
didn't
forgot
want
about
no
that.
Butters,
That's
bro.
a
I
fact.
wanted
And I can
fucking
remember
Phil
no,
boots,
no,
bro.
I can
Beef and
remember
Bradley's?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all
when I moved
wanted.
down this way.
So,
From
niggas
where?
was-
Wait, more down this way from where?
I moved this way from PG, DC area.
Okay.
But when I moved down here, niggas was rocking Rockport.
Rockport,
Rockport.
nigga.
I forgot about the
Rockport.
That's a
Hey
fact.
yo,
The brown. I had the brown
nigga,
Rockport.
I had the burnt current joints. They was like orange, but they burnt
Right.
currant.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Them bitches. So I bought them from Rock. That's when Towson had a Rockport
Right.
store.
Right.
Nigga, I bought them
Right.
bitches back
That's
in
a
the
fact.
day.
I forgot about that.
With some big ass jeans.
So what was a no in the Timbs? If you had a pair of Timbs, what was the Timbs you get joked if you had?
Black ones.
Black ones.
The black ones.
The black ones.
Yeah, straight up.
Like, I don't
And
give a fuck how you
the
had
fake
it.
butter ones that the one got the.
Oh yeah,
The shit with the
Yeah.
straight, with the no leather
the
one.
straight, the tan bottom. If you had the
Nugget
big ass
joint.
tan bottom,
You
Bitches
get
was
jumped.
mad.
if you ain't had that
Right,
bottom,
like nigga, Butters the name real Timbs.
Right.
Yeah, straight up.
No,
I call it the
that's
nugget
right
joint.
there.
Yeah, that's a fact. I forgot all
Yeah,
about
New
that.
Balance.
exactly.
Comfortable.
New
I
Balance
love
Air Force
forces
Ones.
though.
Newbies.
So all right, so
Tell them
yo.
where you from, bro. New Balance Air Force Ones.
Baltimore. Yeah, all day.
New Balance Air Force Ones.
Newbies.
Tell them where you from, bro.
DC area.
New Balance
for
Air
me, it's
Force
easy.
Ones.
I'm gonna let y'all know, world. I never in my life ever owned not one pair of New Balances ever. I
Okay.
don't like them. I see them on niggas' feet. Like I complimented you today when I seen them. I'm like, I like those.
Okay.
It's a couple that I like now that it's like
Yes,
they
you-
slick, they cool,
Get some green 99.
but they expensive as shit.
R. Super R.
And I don't like them. I've never owned a pair.
Said this.
Been in Baltimore.
And a
Yeah,
polo
them bitches ain't
sweatsuit.
cheap. New
No.
Balances like 150,
Well,
160.
Say it again.
Comfortable.
Say it again.
New Balances ain't cheap. They like 150, 160. You feel what I'm
No,
saying?
180, 190.
So what the
You
fuck?
got something that's 200.
What is the
Nigga.
George?
Those be
But I'm
60,
saying,
200.
this the thing. So look,
You prefer to spend your money.
so I'm half New York. You know this.
Here's the
You know
person
this.
that
I'm
don't
half
like
New
it.
York.
And I'm glad he
I'm
said
half New York and I'm half Baltimore. You feel? So I spent
Exactly.
half of my life in New York, half of my life in Baltimore. I never seen a nigga with a pair of New Balances in New York. So if I'm gonna spend $200 on a pair of shoes, I want it to be something that's universal that I could get appreciation of. You feel what I'm saying? And New Balances wasn't
that.
Get him.
Cameron was the first nigga with the pink 990.
But,
Yeah.
But see, he said, well, tell him what part of New York. I
Cameron.
said Harlem.
You said Harlem.
Now,
You said that.
And this,
That's
and
a
this
fact.
what I
You said
did.
that. But Brooklyn wasn't none of that.
Big bro.
Well,
this
the
what I did
flyest
earlier.
niggas in New York come from
Straight
Harlem,
up.
though.
No,
Straight
facts.
up.
Yeah.
That's what I did earlier.
Harlem is known for fashion. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Producer, before the camera start rolling, I said,
You said that.
please don't say New York
Right.
as a whole
Fact.
because
Yeah,
Harlem.
you got it.
I
Now
tried
you
to.
said that.
Now
Now,
you
he,
said that.
now he
You
hung
said that.
himself.
That's a
Now
fact.
us being from Baltimore and DC, you gotta get him, bro.
That's a fact. So me personally, it's easy for me. It's they ups. They all whites.
Yeah.
Give me some all white. I had all whites in the last
Yeah, the
episode,
Forces
last podcast.
definitely was always the number one.
And when I was coming up,
Yeah.
as crazy as it might sound now, the high tops was actually the one. The
What's
all
that?
white high tops.
With the strap.
Hey,
With the
you
strap.
had to have a strap.
Yeah, with the strap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now
The
the
men's
with
was
the
hard too.
nah. The high joints with the strap across them, the all white joints. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
the
They was
loose
cool.
strap that can hang out the
Facts. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
The best Air Force Ones was the all black with the white Nike check with the nylon strap. That was the best ones for me.
Oh, we ain't wear those.
I got it. Huh?
We ain't wear none of those.
No.
Nah,
But
all
see,
of us and I.
back then the Air Force Ones had to have a nylon strap. All that.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're
No.
talking about. Yeah.
But it switched to the low cut.
Yeah.
Air Force
Well,
Ones.
now, yeah, like
Yeah, low
last
cut,
couple
low
years,
cut,
low
and
cut.
high
Yeah.
top.
Yeah, but when we was coming up at like 02, 03, 04, 05, the O's, single O's, it was the high top for us with the strap across
What color
the
was the
front.
strap?
It was the all white. It was just all white.
It was white.
See,
You had to
mine,
get all that?
mine
If the shoe
when
was
I was
all
coming
white.
up,
If the
the
shoe was
strap
all-
was gray.
I know what you talking about, the nylon joints.
The nylon, they was
Yeah.
gray.
Gonna hang in the back.
The one that hang in the back. Yeah,
hang in
and that's
the
the
back.
only time.
What year was that?
Man, I
This
like-
was 92.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what
alright.
I'm talking about. That's when I was a kid.
Yeah,
That's where I
this was
remember
90,
that.
92.
Yeah.
You right.
What?
You right.
Nobody, you wasn't
Right.
wearing low cut
Yeah,
Air
you
Air
wasn't
Force.
wearing-
Yeah, that's
Ones back
new.
then.
Yeah, that's
Nah,
new.
nah.
That
you
just happened
was
last
wearing-
like
yeah.
10 years.
I ain't
Whatever
did.
color your
Niggas
Nike
Niggas
strap
was
was,
not-
and then your Nike
Niggas
check
was
was,
not
that's
wearing
what the
them.
strap was.
Facts.
In
Facts.
defense,
Uh-huh.
I don't wear Air Force. I'ma say New Balance because I don't wear Air Force
Right.
Ones no more. Why?
Right.
Because when we started bidding a little later, you couldn't go through Central Bookings or DOC. You had to have all white.
So,
tip
world, when he
tennis
talking
shoe.
about betting, he talking about going to jail,
Going
doing a
about
bid,
going to
doing some
prison.
time.
You had to have an all white shoe, and it couldn't have no air bubble. Of course, we just chose the Air Max because they more comfortable. But when you was going to court fighting a charge, or if you was already there, you had to wear Air Force One. So we oversaturated ourselves in Maryland coming through DOC because we bought Air Force Ones. So
Was that the jail shoe?
so I look at them like a Central Booking DOC shoe now.
Okay.
So it took my liking for the Air Force One
Out. It's a
out
bad memory.
because there's like a DLC shoe.
Right.
And then the nurses back in the day was wearing Air Force Ones.
Facts.
Right.
Nike boots was the shit, but the CO start wearing them, so I stopped
Right.
wearing them because they a CO shoe now.
Gotcha.
Right.
So the Nike
Real
boots
shit.
and Air
Real
Force
shit.
Ones was the most iconic shoe I liked it back in the day, but it became a prison thing.
Facts.
So prison left a sour taste in my mouth. So
Gotcha.
for that reason, I don't wear Nike boots no more
Gotcha.
or white Air Force Ones because
Gotcha.
it remind me of prison.
Gotcha.
And I will wear a collaboration with Virgil Air Force One,
Right.
and I got a pair of them because it remind me of the shoes from back in the day.
Was niggas getting their Air Force Ones taken?
Of course,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
What shoe? So when you was doing your bid, when you was betting, what shoe was y'all wearing?
When I was bidding,
Yeah.
I was in by Bucks.
Bob Barton?
Yeah.
What the fuck is Bob Barton?
The state shoes.
The Jackie Chan.
So when you
Jackie
tell me
Chan.
when you order your package, I
They
was
slide on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when you order
They
your
look like
package-
Vans.
when you, yeah, they look like Vans. They look like Vans.
Oh yeah.
Jackie Chan.
The blue-
state
the blue
shoes
with
are
the
Vans.
white bottom.
With the white
So
bottom.
so you had to be getting a couple of dollars to be respected to wear the Air Forces when you was betting and having
wearing,
more?
and that was when, you know what I was wearing? You know what I was wearing? I was in the system.
What?
New Balance.
New Balance.
New Balance. You tell them. You gotta tell them what kind of New Balance you was wearing, bro.
I had 990. No, I had 992.
He had 992s, the most comfortable. It's one of the most comfortable
And
sneakers.
it made me taller too because I was shorter than most of the
Oh yeah.
So walk in the yard. How many people had 992s?
The niggas that was niggas that was having motion.
Niggas that was having motion.
Niggas that was having
Okay.
progress.
I'm gonna tell you a story
there you
about the
go.
New Balance. Would you say? Do you had to have money to not get your shoes took? What you just
I
said?
know I'm saying because he said the Bob Barton is what he was wearing. So I'm saying if you was in the yard with a pair Air Force Ones on all white, you had to be a nigga with some status or a nigga getting money.
To have them?
Yeah. to be wearing them in there.
If a nigga
No, you just had to be a man.
right.
Cause you saying the Bob, you ain't, that wasn't
No, he
your
was,
answer.
he was joking, meaning when you come through, if you wear Bob Buckets, you mean your people don't love you. You ain't making no moves to get this no tennis order.
Oh, all right.
But I'm gonna tell you a story on the New Balance.
Uh-huh.
It's a magazine called East Bay.
Yeah, I remember East Bay.
I'm in prison.
I remember what?
I'm in
the
prison.
magazine.
I'm in
Remember
prison.
East Bay?
Yeah.
I'm doing a decade.
Right.
I looked in the East Bay
Facts.
magazine. It's time to order tennis. There was a pair of New Balance in there. I don't know the number.
Right.
These New Balance was $360.
Mm.
They was brown. They was blue, an ashy blue with brown mesh. Whereas though, but they was $360. So my man, like, you gonna spend them on the tennis? I'm saying, yeah, I got a decade in here. If I can get these. But in the East Bay, this is what we used to do. We had to change the price tag for your people, is to change the VIN number on the sneaker to make it like the sneakers cost $80 because that was the most you could pay to get the tennis shoe. So I tell my people, I send them home, they like $300. I said, it's my money. Get me this sneaker.
Right.
Best New Balance I ever seen. They was ugly, but they was
number was
pretty
that?
at the same time because the value of it.
Gotcha.
It was so much mesh
What
on the
numbers
shoe.
was it? You don't remember?
I don't remember the number.
Oh, wow.
But catch this, my people tried to order them, but East Bay, the prison said I couldn't get them. I don't know if they caught the price or seen it. So I told my people, get this tennis shoe anyway. Because when I come home, I want the tennis.
Right.
So here go my peoples. Oh, you gonna wait till you get home just to get this shoe? I said, yeah, order me anyway. So when they tried to order them, it was back ordered and they ain't have them in the East Bay. Never seen the shoe. New Balance, $360. This before I even knew what a Yeezy was.
Right.
So when I got home, I went to the New Balance store. Seen that same shoe 12 years later, seen that same shoe. It was $340, but it wasn't the color. It was burgundy. But it was the same shoe that I seen in the East Bay, but it wasn't the same color wave.
Right.
And the reason why I didn't get them because they was leather. But the shoe in the East Bay was mesh.
suede.
Mesh.
Oh, all right.
And for that reason I didn't get them. And that was the first time I seen a pair of New Balance almost cost $400.
Right.
Then when I went to Vegas, they had the 1300s all black leather, and they was $450 and over there by the Gucci tennis.
Right.
And I bought them out of Nordstrom's in Vegas.
Right.
See, that's what I came up on.
Right.
And New Balance was the first shoe that ever reached the $100 mark out of all the sneakers.
That's
before
crazy.
Nike.
That's crazy.
So for
Right.
those
I
that
know
don't
that.
know,
Right.
for you country, suburb dudes that say they would never wear New Balance is a much expensive shoe to make than Nike. Besides Adidas, because Adidas doing a lot of that NASA soles and all that now.
Right.
But New Balance had mesh, real mesh.
Right.
And their sneakers, it cost a lot to make. And it was the most comfortable shoe. But middle-aged white people, Caucasians with money, wore New Balance. And when I seen the New Balance on them, when I think back, I'm like, this motherfucker really, they say white people low-key and we flashy. This motherfucker got on a $400 shoe, but
Right.
don't think I know.
Right.
Because it don't look flashy.
Right.
And that's when that's why I switched over from New Balance. Nike is still one of my favorite shoe brands, but New Balance is my favorite shoe.
And that's exactly what I was saying when I was saying about, I got you, Rick. That's what I was saying about the price tag. I'm like, you talking about $400. If I'm about to spend $400, I'm gonna go get a pair of Pradas,
Right.
some
Exactly.
Gucci's, you feel what I'm saying? I'm not about to,
That's what
I ain't
that's what I
spending
said.
400
What I say,
on no
I'm
fucking
not
New
spending
Balance.
No more than 300
You feel me?
on a regular.
Because
shoe.
if a bitch see-
I'm gonna go buy some design.
that's what I'm saying. If a bitch see you with some Pradas for $400 or see me with some $400 New Balances, you getting the pussy before me.
No, sir.
Yes.
No,
Nah.
sir.
I'm telling you.
No,
sir.
You might,
You got a pair.
give
You
her-
got a pair of Pradas on. I got a pair of New Balances.
She
Who's
might
getting the pussy first?
want
The
to check
nigga with the
you out
Pradas or the nigga with the New Balance.
But nah, I can't
I'm
agree with
oh,
that.
Give it a B.
Depends on the person.
Keep it a B.
I was about to say that if I'm
It
the
depends
nigga
on
with
the
the
person.
Pradas,
Depends how you carry
if
yourself.
I'm the nigga with the Pradas,
And I'm the nigga with the New Balance. We both slick niggas.
I'm getting that pussy.
That's what I'm saying.
Guess what though?
That's what I'm saying. She gonna see a bag
But I'm
when she
getting
see
that
them.
pussy in them New Balances
Now,
too.
let me
Yeah,
ask
but
you
it ain't the
a
question.
same.
Let me
When
ask
she
you a
see you,
question.
hold on,
Let me
I got you. When she see you with those Pradas on though, she's already going to assume you got money. Nobody's gonna assume that you got that
got
bag
money
off of
with
some
the
New
New
Balance.
Balance. She is sitting
It's
right.
not-
That's a
No,
that's a
no.
new
It's not
generation.
gonna hold the
No,
same
he right,
value.
yo.
Is
It
she
don't.
Right, yo, he
I'm
right,
telling
he
you.
right, he
About
right,
what?
he right.
It
About
don't.
what?
Right.
It
About
don't
what?
At the
hold
end of
the
the
same
day,
value.
everybody
Facts.
gets a pick. Like, listen, it's 3 pair of shoes you always get involved. That's a pair of Butters. That's a pair of 990s, gray joints. That's a pair of motherfucking Nike boots. we get them shoes every year, bro.
Right.
Every year.
Even now?
Yeah.
Yeah, nigga. Like, even, yo, listen, my kid's about to go to school, right?
Every year you gotta get a
See
pair of
what
butters.
shoes sold
Always
out.
gotta get a pair
It's
of
gonna
butters.
be
Every
white
year.
Air Forces.
Every year,
It's
butters.
gonna be
Forces
Nike
gonna be
boots
sold
And the
out.
butters.
and butters.
Always.
Nigga, like
Every
every
year.
year.
Every year.
In
Every year.
99.
I'm telling you.
And
Big bro.
I'm telling you.
Why we
every
on butters?
year.
Why we on butters,
Every year.
right? I'm
Every year.
gonna tell you what the phobia with butters. See, I got a phobia why I don't wear stuff no more.
Right.
I see the brother. This a get money, brother. This a known person that got money.
Right.
I ain't talking about you assume this person got money.
You know.
Always dressed up.
Right.
Right.
It's the winter time. I asked him, because I ask questions when I'm young. I said, why you don't wear Timbs like this when the Wu-Tang Crave was out and everybody had Butters and Timbs and Super Timbs and all. And these was the most expensive food. I said, why I don't never see you in Timbs and everything? Guess what this man told me? He looked at me, not trying to be slick, but he was serious. He said, I got too much money to wear Timbs.
Yeah.
I
So
got
what
too much
he had
money
on
to
his
wear.
feet?
I don't know what he had
Probably
on.
had on
Probably
some
some
shit
designer.
Listen what I'm
some
saying.
shit that nigga don't even know.
This
That's
what he
what
told
I'm saying.
me.
Straight up.
I said, why you don't never
That's what
wear
I'm saying, what I'm
Butters?
saying.
Guess what he say?
Right.
Got too much money to wear Butters. That right there, that's when I bought my last pair of Butters.
But that's what goes into what Tay is saying.
this
That's why
is the
every
shit-
year it's the same
this-
three.
what I'm-
They're affordable.
What I'm saying is this.
But they gonna go with everything.
Nigga with money told
You feel
me he had too much money to wear Butters.
Yeah, facts.
So that's when I stopped wearing Butters.
Facts.
I'm gonna keep it a band with you, bro. I ain't never looked at like honestly, like for me. How can I say this, yo? I ain't never cared about the nigga that was making the most money in the neighborhood. It was the nigga that was showing the most love in the neighborhood. Cause you had the nigga making the most money that had everybody in the neighborhood get, you know, it ain't doing what he was doing for him. But at the end of the day, the niggas that was showing love to the neighborhood, you know what he wore?
Pradas,
No.
Gucci.
No.
Some everyday shit.
Some everyday shit.
Yeah,
What's
can see
everyday
that.
shit, though?
Right, right.
Like he said.
TV
Tim-
and
What do you
Tim-
have?
Guess what I'm about to say?
Forces, shit like that.
Shit like
Fit
that.
balance.
Right.
Nigga.
I stopped wearing Timbs because them bitches
Hey yo,
hurt you.
every
See,
nigga
You
I
outside
know,
trapping all day in
Hey,
some
yo.
Timbs. A nigga know them Timbs gonna hurt you.
And
hurt
the smallest
your
scuff for the
nigga,
whole
It hurt
time.
like shit.
everybody I know, yo. I swear to God, yo. I'm gonna keep it a bang with you, yo, man. Baltimore and DC, we wear the same shit, yo.
Yeah,
Facts,
some-
real shit.
They light on our feet,
Yeah.
and they something neat, and that's the gray
Yeah.
992s,
Probably that for my birthday.
993s or 990s. It's simple. It's
I wear the
simple,
old
bro.
990s.
About to go get a pair.
Fucking New Balance.
I'm in a pair for my
It's
birthday.
the
that's
number
all
I want them
one
new
shoe.
shit. Them new shit.
Yo,
Yeah,
the great New
I ain't
Balance.
spending
is
too
the
nothing
number
on no
one
New
shoe.
Balance. I'm telling you, I ain't
I'm
spending.
telling you.
You gonna want? Yeah, you so like.
So let me so I understand why you saying what you saying because the area you in is a show me area. It makes me feel good to know if you got on. I'm gonna switch this to fashion real quick because people if we went over top of people here about the tennis. If you got on a Louis Vuitton shirt, right, and a Louis Vuitton hat, just that hat and that shirt alone costs let's say $3,500. But I got on.
A New Balance.
No.
jumpsuit.
A shirt from a black designer that don't nobody know.
Right.
Let's say from Big Bull Bigums.
Right.
But it's a black designer. He got a clothing. My shirt costs $5,000, and the hat he made him cost $2,900. But I know what I got on, and you know what I got on. But we go out.
Right.
Don't nobody know.
And somebody say to you, damn, that Louis Vuitton hat shirt mean.
Right.
And you say, shit, if you think this good, you don't ask my man what he got on.
Right.
Just me knowing that my shit costs more than yours,
Right.
just because your shit got LV and my shit don't, makes me feel better. Because it's like, I'm unique within myself that know my shit shitting on yours.
Yeah, facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So when
fact.
I wear a $400 pair of New Balance, because I wear the New Balance that come in the brown box, and if you ain't never see that, then you ain't wearing no New Balance. My shit costs $400. It's some New Balance now costs $3,500. But when I'm saying that for me to have it on, see, if I put some jewelry on right now with these, and we go out and I put some crispy jeans on, I like the fact that these motherfuckers cost $250, almost $300, and that you
actually
can't
like
get them no more.
Yeah, I actually like those.
So that's my claim to fame of me knowing, and then the motherfucker look and say, well, they look like New Balance, but there's something about them New Balance that I would wear.
Right.
That's my satisfaction.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I don't get the satisfaction of both of us driving a Bentley.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
what I'm saying? I'm a driver saw.
I'm gonna keep it a stack with you, yo. Cause it's my motherfucking right hand. So it's like me and him, like, whatever he ain't good on, I'm good on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like this, yo. I'm a white tee nigga, yo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a
see what we
white
got
tee nigga.
Mhm.
I get a pack of white tees every Friday.
Mm-hmm.
For Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
Every Friday, nigga.
Yeah.
And I'm dead serious. I ain't lying to you. I got a Marys on now, nigga. That shit, I don't give a fuck about that shit. It's just a simple fact is.
See, I wouldn't have never knew if you ain't say nothing.
Exactly. You get what I'm saying? Like a person that know, if you know, you know.
You know, right.
You get what I'm saying? But
Right.
like a dumb motherfucker that just in the mix to be clout chasing or something like that, they ain't gonna know what's going on. But
Right.
a nigga that's on his A game,
Right.
he gonna know what's going on.
Right.
And that's who I wanna meet.
Right.
That's who I want to approach. I don't like the 990s, bro. If you got a crispy pair of 990s,
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking with you.
You about to make
So
me
can
get
you
a
wear
pad,
990s with a
990s.
Murray's?
Yes,
Okay.
I did it. No, I
You
didn't
a
did
fly
it yet.
nigga though. You can.
Yo, I got a lot of shoes, bro.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to shoes, bro. Like my number one shoe that I like to slip on. I feel like slippers is Dunks.
Right.
My number one
See,
shoe.
I'm a dunk man.
Yeah,
But I'm
I
on the
love
way dunk SBs.
Dunks. I get on motherfucking what's the website?
Go.
Go. I get on Go and I
That's what
order
you chose.
hella
Yeah.
Dunks every day. Like no
Yeah,
bullshit. If
Go.
I have a good day outside, I'm ordering Dunks. I'm not ordering Jordans. I don't give a fuck about no Jordans.
Exactly.
I'm up that bitch looking at Dunks like, damn, niggas ain't got them. I'm looking for shit niggas ain't got up the way.
The
Right.
Dunks remind me so
everybody
much
got
of the Jordan
money.
ones though.
But
They
see,
not
the
Jordan
dunk, but see,
ones.
Nah, I know, but
Yeah,
I can mistake your fucking Dunks for some
I
Jordan
won't.
ones.
And back in the
But
day,
you know, you,
I
yeah,
won't.
and back
you
in the
know
day,
better.
a high top had dunk SB,
Yeah.
SPs or SBs. People thought they was Air Force Ones, but
Oh,
people, but dudes was
They
wearing
was
dunks.
phony
Let me see a
back
picture
in
of
the
them.
day. They
But
was
people
skate
play ball in them
shoes.
though.
Yeah, they
People
was
play
skate.
ball,
And
yeah,
they
people play
skated
ball in
in
them,
them.
yeah.
They was
Dunks,
skate
yeah.
shoes.
Dunk
Dunks
SBs
was
specific.
skate shoes, bro.
Right.
They was
Right.
skate
But back in the
white
day,
boy
a lot
shoes.
of our Air Force Ones, people was wearing dunks though, because they did play ball in them.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But they didn't know what the name of them was.
Right.
They just thought they was Air Force Ones without the strap.
So they was a performance shoe.
I wasn't
Yeah.
fucking with
Oh,
Dunks
right.
back.
It wasn't a
in the day,
stylish shoe like it is now.
Right, it
But
was a
I
performance
had
shoe.
dunks back in the day.
Got you.
But I wore them for
I think I've only owned two pair of Dunks for real.
what, regular dunks or SBs?
I don't know the
with
difference.
SB.
You don't know that you
Yeah,
had regular
SB's
dunks.
got an extra cushion.
Yeah, it got the big
They
fat
got
tongue.
fat tongue.
And
There you
the tongue.
go.
All
Got
right.
fat
I had a
tongue.
pair all white with they look like these for real. They was just all white and low tops, and then a pair of white and blue ones for real.
Alright, so
they
you
look
see,
just like these.
look, you see how these is ones, right? You
Right.
see how you got all them holes
Right.
and all that.
Right.
Dunks, they more
Look.
relaxed.
Look.
Your shoe look uptight.
Yeah, this
You get what I'm
nigga
saying?
always
That's
got
a-
them on.
that's
And
a-
Rick be having the
that's
fucking
a-
what's the
They
name on
comfortable.
too. Yeah.
Different
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
So look,
styles and shit.
I'ma buy next 2 episodes. I'm gonna have a pair of Dunks on and a
I'm about to
pair
show
of
you
992.
something.
Which New Balances
No, you gotta
do we grab?
You just saying some New Balance of mine.
990s.
992s, 992s.
You just saying some New
992s
Balance
for
in my
him.
house.
Hey, yo, what's the, it's the 990
The green ones. I'm about to show
right?
Cuz.
Yeah.
All right, so look, so tell the world.
Just go with me to the store. We gonna get 'em.
Who,
All right?
I'm going. You
All right,
take them.
You know I'm going.
Which pair's the first New Balances?
You going? I need this on camera.
Where we going, Tay?
I want to go to a nameless mall, bro.
We going to a Atlas Mall in a couple of days. I'm getting my first pair of what?
Nah,
New
nah.
Balances.
We go no,
You're not gonna
no.
find it.
Hold up,
Nah.
lies. We going to Orlando, Florida.
In a few days.
Holiday.
going.
What
Take
is
them to an
it?
exclusive shoe store.
It's Orange Lake Resorts in Orlando, Florida. I'm gonna take him to the biggest mall in motherfucking Orlando.
Okay.
And he gonna go buy his first pair of New Balance.
And we recording it. I got you.
And we gonna also be on a jet ski if my cameraman go for the low. All you gotta give me is $100. If you don't go for $100, you fuck nigga. So at the end of the day, yeah. That's
So what's
all.
my first pair though? They 990s or 992?
992s.
992s?
Yeah.
992s.
Alright. We can find us
Yeah,
some
you
slick
gotta
ass
go
992.
You
I
gonna have to
don't
pay
know
almost
that. I
200.
can't really say that because what's the ones that just came out? The V6, like the V.
Yeah, but he gonna look like everybody else.
I want the bitches myself. I ain't bought them yet.
But
What?
this ain't your
Oh,
first pair.
you talking about the new ones?
Yeah.
What is that? What
It's
number
new
is
bucket.
that?
Oh, yo, I
It's
swear
like
to
they like
God.
some designer shit.
Yo, they like designer,
What's
yo. I
you
swear
talking
to
about?
God.
What
them
is
bitches
that?
are-
Hey, you talking about the gray ones?
Yes,
They the,
the great.
they
They're gonna bulk you in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, with the
Yeah.
bubble.
Somebody- that's the ones I want.
I swear to
Yeah,
God.
I just seen
Yo,
the number. I just got
Somebody
out.
had with the it was I get a little
With the Yeezy bottoms.
Yeah.
Look like that.
Nah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
shit.
I get on with them.
Yeah, with the Yeezy bottoms. They look like the
Yeah.
the blush.
I forget what
Yeezy
number
bottoms
they is,
with the big bubbles on them.
992.
The Ockies had. Okay.
992.
All right, so I'm grabbing. Y'all heard me, world. Next episode, next
Great.
podcast, I'm getting some great 992s. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, and
What?
y'all gonna see how I put it together and rate my outfit that day.
See, like now it's switched over so much. You wouldn't have them on back in the day. We
Yeah.
wasn't
But
wearing
these-
Jordan ones.
Yeah, we wasn't.
That's
Jordan
crazy.
ones
They
is
was
just something
phony.
now. They was phony.
They
Yeah,
was
you
the
said
first Jordan.
They
They
was
was
the first
phony
Jordan,
as
they
a
was phony.
bitch.
Right.
I ain't even
No
gonna
shot
lie
to the
you.
Jordan
I
85,
definitely wasn't wearing
but
no
you wasn't
Jordan
wearing
ones.
no Jordan ones
I
back
definitely
then.
wasn't wearing no dunks. I definitely wasn't nigga. My favorite shoe that I never forget, yo, was the eggplant phone pop.
The eggplant
When
phone
they
box.
fucking came out, yo, I was like, yo, them bitches, how much?
I got a lot of money. in
Like
phone pockets.
niggas know you couldn't ask your mother to get you some fucking eggplant phone pies. And nigga,
Oh, yeah.
this shit smack this dumb ass. Nigga, them bitches was high as
They
shit.
look like designer shoes.
Them New Balance.
Oh, yeah, that's
Them New
these.
Balance.
No, that's
Ain't they-
not
ain't
what
no-
I'm talking.
That might the same ones. Them
That's the
niggas-
ones that that's the
that's all
platform.
These are.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I wanted
They,
those.
no,
Ain't
they,
nobody
no, the
got
gray
them.
ones.
That's
They
why
look
I
like
got them.
Balenciaga.
I seen them. The
They
gray
New
ones
Balance
good,
though.
Yeah, they
but
look
they
like
too
Balenciaga.
fat.
I'm slick. I will wear them.
They come different
They look like
colors.
Balenciaga.
And they just can't. They
Orange, they
releases.
orange.
Yeah.
Push hard.
Yeah, they hard.
They
They
I'm
hard.
gonna wear them
They
next.
hard.
But that ain't gonna. That can't be the first pitch.
That can't be.
Nah, I'm gonna get the classes.
Oh, no,
I'm gonna let
no,
you pick
no,
them. I'm
no.
buying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, why is it that you never wore New Balance though?
I never liked them and they was high.
Why you ain't like?
They not cheap shoes. Word,
Oh, that's
like
right.
y'all
You
know.
should say New York, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
They
so
not
that's
cheap
why.
shoes. They not
Right.
at all. Them bitches high.
But tell the world that again.
The New Balances is high. They ain't no cheap shoes. You feel what I'm saying? So for me, like
don't
I
go
said,
after the releases or the ones you going Foot Locker downtown.
Right.
Like a real Foot Action.
if they ain't
not
two
the
or
New
better,
Balance, right.
then they ain't what niggas is
These the
wearing.
new ones, nigga.
I seen those. They clean.
No,
It's a clean shoe.
That's the
with a
that's
white tee and a
them.
pair of mirrors or something like that.
No, not a
And
Hanes.
the ball mains.
You gonna
You
like
gotta
them when
get
you
a
get
polo
them. You
tee.
gonna fall in love
For
with
one,
them.
You gotta get a pack of polo tee.
You gotta be a polo
I'm a
tee,
slim.
you ready.
Yeah,
I'm a
fact.
slim nigga,
Fact.
so I get a pack of smalls.
Fact.
Nigga,
What kind
first
of
pack of
shoes?
smalls, nigga. And some, I used to
Nah,
wear
I ain't that.
sevens. I used to
Yeah,
wear
that's a
sevens a
fact.
lot. I have a white pack, nigga. My nigga, the other 990s that wasn't these, nigga, I had a fucking first pair of sevens, All Mankind.
Oh, Mankind.
And fucking
What's the all mankind? What that is?
Sevens.
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 Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. Oh yeah, all
I
right.
don't like sevens, man.
Yeah,
You
that's
get what I'm saying?
it came and gone.
Yeah, I buy some on the exchange, James,
Right.
before I buy some seven.
Mhm.
But no, long story short, and a pack of polo tees, and I'm
Facts.
Gucci.
It's crispy. It's a
And
crispy
and a fresh Yankee,
Okay, the blue.
fresh blue Yankee.
Yeah, the
I'm
original
the
classic.
cleanest nigga in the club. I
Yeah,
don't
the
give a
album.
fuck if a
Alright,
nigga had
gotcha.
Versace. He could have had a Versace Range Rover outside, nigga. I'm still
Right,
cleaner
fresh,
than him.
yeah.
With the
Rolex.
I'm telling you,
Rolex. Polo T-shirt, white,
yeah,
crispy New Balance,
yeah,
and some Saint Laurent jeans.
yeah.
Okay.
I
James,
couldn't
for
afford
real.
it. I ain't.
Saint
Yeah, that's what I'm
Laurent
saying. Yeah,
jeans.
some ball man.
I don't like designer jeans, but a mirror, yo. A mirror. is
Marion
cool.
ball means I like.
I had one pair
You
of
can't go wrong.
ball mains, but
And the Detroit fitted for me to get that navy blue to go with the polo horse because I don't wear Yankee hats
No,
because I'm an Oreo fan.
yeah, I get
Okay.
you. I feel like
But the Detroit get me that blue. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Nah, I need a
Right,
fresh
it's
Yankee.
right there.
man.
Right.
Yeah, I just like Fresh Yankee too.
I need a fresh Yankee, bro.
But
So,
you-
I'm a
you-
Jay-Z fan regardless.
You
so it's like,
versatile. Yeah, I get it. But
Yeah.
you ain't set tripping. But
Yeah.
I do wear every kind of other fitters. I just don't wear the Yankees because they
Hey,
ride
yo,
with the
where all the
Oreos.
dope come from? Where all the dope come from?
Baltimore.
Well, no, the fuck it don't. How I get
dope?
the Baltimore?
New York.
How I get? Where we get the dope?
This is
from?
what I'm saying.
But New York, nigga, I represent New York any type of time.
I love New York.
Yeah, hey, I
But when it
love
comes,
New York.
but when it
Yeah,
comes
like-
to,
like straight up.
but when it
Yeah.
comes to the
But hold up.
Oreos
But
versus,
Baltimore is the dope capital. So I don't understand how it be coming from New York and
Because New York is
Baltimore is the dope capital of the world.
Because
Crazy.
This
I
is
ain't
where
gonna
niggas
say
come
too
to
much,
push that shit.
but at the end of the day, just know New
This is where
York is
niggas
the
come to
big
push it.
crime of
Remember all the New
Baltimore
York
being
niggas moved
successful
down
in
to
the dope.
Yeah, facts. But even Jay-Z
Straight
was
up.
coming from New York down here to come cop his drugs and do his thing in Eastern Shore and all that. Like Baltimore is the dope capital.
Where
Period.
DMX go? He came from where?
He was sniffing it.
He came from where?
He was sniffing.
He went where?
He was sniffing.
He came from where?
Brooklyn.
He went where?
but guess where he represented? On the cipher, Baltimore, Maryland.
Come on, yo.
So we changing paces, you feel what I'm saying? Second half of the story, we're gonna speak on the King Von situation. And the question is, Can you go in prison knowing that you gay, or do people go in prison and become gay? So y'all stay tuned. Second half of the podcast, 3 sides to a story. Let's get it.